Hello, everybody, and welcome to the World Blitz Scrabble Championship. Today is Saturday, February 27th, 2021. It is 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. It is 1 p.m. on the west coast of the U.S., where I'm coming at you. My name is Evans Clinchy. Welcome to another broadcast from BlitzChamps. This is Week 5. Happy to have you with us. We're going to have two matches today. It's going to be fun. First up is going to be Matthew O'Connor versus Jack Moran. Matthew is currently undefeated in Group Falcon and looking to stay that way against Jack, who's also a very strong player. Will put up a fight for sure. After that's going to be Zachary and Jennifer Clinchy, two best friends who are currently struggling a little bit, but one of them is going to get a win today, so that's good for one of them. Anyway, we're going to have Matthew and Jack, followed by Zach and Jennifer, both coming up shortly. Going to do a quick check in the chat room and make sure that both players are ready to begin. Jack and Matthew, it looks like we're still waiting on Jack to show up. So we will definitely pursue Jack and make sure we can find him. But in the meantime, I will just stall a little bit and give you guys a little bit of coverage of the weekend overall. Let's take a look at the schedule for Week 5. Here's what we've got left. We've played, I'd say, a little bit more than half the matches so far in Week 5. A little bit... I can't count on the spot, but probably 15 or so matches still to go. And here's a look at the schedule. We got Matthew and Jack first, then Zach and Jennifer. After that, we're going to have Chris Grubb and Eamon Zufari coming up, and then a few other matches that are going to be interesting later this weekend. I myself, Evans, I'm going to be playing Dorothy Okach tonight. You can watch that one on this stream. An important match tomorrow between Jackson Smiley and Dipankar Chatterjee, both those players in contention in Group Chipmunk. And then lots of other matches coming up. There's Austin and Mina, as you can see, as the finale of the weekend as well. That should be good. So a lot of matches coming up. Hope you guys are looking forward to watching all that action. And in the meantime, we're going to try to find Jack Moran and make sure he is ready for his match. You know, it's funny. A lot of times there's an error in time zone math, and the player doesn't know like what time zone they're supposed to show up for. But no excuse for Jack because he's living, I believe, in London, which means he's on Greenwich Mean Time. There's no GMT calculations. It's GMT -0. So the guy has got no excuse, and I would imagine he should show up for his match. We will definitely try to track down Jack. I know that he has been very punctual for most of his matches so far this tournament, so I can't imagine he's going to be missing this one, but we'll definitely check on that. Let's take a look at the standings right now in the Falcon group, which is the group we're going to be showing you today, provided that Jack shows up. So currently Matthew O'Connor is 4-0, and he'll be playing Jack today with a chance to go to 5-0, and he kind of needs to because it's a very competitive race he's in for the playoffs. You look at this group, Paul Gallen is currently dominating the group because he's the top seed and he's played a lot of the lower seeds so far. And after that, there is a wide open race with a lot of players chasing him. You see Matthew at 4-0. Piotr Andrzejowski is a very, very strong player and he's 4-1. And then Irfan Siddiqui, Josh Sokol, and then there's Jack right there. A lot of good players chasing Paul Gallen, and of course 2 out of these 10 players can make the playoffs from this group. So it's a very competitive race. I would say right now, Paul and Matthew are looking like the favorites, but a lot can still change. Piotr, Irfan, Josh, all these players can make a run. And for Jack, who's currently 2-2, it is pretty important that he win this match today if he wants to stay alive, because 2-3 is going to be a tough uphill battle from there. Who is Josh, says WCF in the chat. That is a great question. Who is Josh? It's a really deep philosophical question if you think about it. Who is Josh? You guys can field that question for yourselves. I'm not sure what to make of it. Yeah, kind of bad, kind of bad. 23.5 wins, 21.5 losses. Yeah, could be doing better for sure. All right, so let's take another look in the chat and see if we can find Mr. Moran. It looks like he has shown up, just a couple minutes late, but he is ready to go, it looks like. So we will get to the board in just a moment. We're going to have 9 games between Jack Moran and Matthew O'Connor getting started in just a moment. Another deep question in the chat. Who is Wanderer 15? A lot of things I don't know about the world. All right, we're going to take one last check in the Wiggles chat. It looks like we're still waiting on Jack to accept his match request from Matthew, but we should be starting any second now, and we will have 9 games, Matthew versus Jack, starting in just a moment. And then after this, we're going to have 9 between Jennifer and Zach, and a quick look at the standings in their group. Not a great tournament so far for either Jennifer or Zach. They are both 0-4, but like I said, one of them is going to win a match today and get that first win. Right now, a very interesting race in this group as well, as Jesse Day is winning, and there is a wide open field of players who could finish second, including Jackson and Dipankar, who play each other tomorrow. So a very interesting head-to-head matchup coming up there, where one player is going to 4-1 and the other one's not. So Interesting race for sure. I don't believe anybody's streaming that Punkar versus Jackson match. If anybody wants to volunteer, I would be happy to let them jump on and do that. Me personally, I'll be asleep. I like to sleep in on Sundays, so there's that. But I would love to see that one streamed by somebody. All right. Waiting on Matthew and Jack to begin playing Scrabble. 5 minutes late, guys. Come on. Quick look at the schedule again. Gonna have Matthew and Jack at 9 p.m. Jack's local time in London, Greenwich Mean Time, and then an hour later, Zach and Jennifer coming up. So looking forward to streaming these two matches, and then looking forward to the rest of the action all weekend long. So should be good. I'm hearing that Jack had to install a computer update. Okay. Oh, they're asking when they're ready. I will tell them we are ready now. Okay. So any second now, Jack versus Matthew O'Connor gonna get started. Let's go to the board in anticipation of that beginning, and we can watch right here on Woogles as presumably that match begins any second now. Hope you guys are all doing well in the chat. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. I think it's Saturday for everybody, unless you're, I guess if you're in Australia, it's like early Sunday morning. But other than that, wishing you guys a good Saturday. It is currently 1 p.m. here in Seattle. Beautiful day, beautiful Saturday afternoon. All right, Jack and Matthew getting underway right now. Top of your screen is Jack and Moran. That's Jack Moran, obviously, and then Tianza, Matthew O'Connor, bottom of your screen. All right, so Jack goes first, and he gets Putic for 26, and we are underway. All right. So, interesting rack, not quite a bingo, I don't think, but definitely some options here for Tianza. You probably want to keep a balanced rack. I see Toy, and he sees it as well. Toy, 24, nice score, and a good balance leave of AEST. He draws into Restate, and I believe there are bingos through the eye, such as Ariettes and Iterates, and Tyrius is the double-double. Tyrius for 82 goes down. So a nice start for Matthew. Matthew, known as one of the fastest blitz players in the world. I mean, he is just super quick and plays pretty accurately with that speed as well. So definitely a tough opponent for Jack, but Jack has been doing pretty well in this tournament as well. Put up a strong fight against one Actor Typo earlier in this tournament, I believe. Seeing that buys or bays would have been better last turn. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that was a short play of ZE with kind of a questionable rack to play short with, keeping a lot of vowels. All right, so the first blank goes to Matthew. I see Tendrons as one option there. And he does play Tendrons. Nicely done. 62 for that. And so a couple of bingos ahead so far is Matthew, but Jack's going to keep on scoring. Yogi comes down for 28. He's going to keep this one reasonably close within a bingo. 80-point deficit. 201 to 120. Tough rack for Jack here. You don't like to see a rack full of one-pointers that don't bingo. It's hard to keep pace on the scoreboard with a rack like this. You could just blow it up with a play like Realia from the R. That's only 21 points, but 21's better than just fishing for like 5 points or something. Don't want to stop scoring here. You're already down by quite a bit. All right, Opa is interesting. Only 10, but it opens the Opal hook, and you might be able to bingo in that spot. Interesting rack for Matthew. He would love to have an I for Exonumia, but he doesn't. Maybe just something like Moxa next to Tendrons for a pretty good score is a good option. Let's see here. What else could you do? Yeah, he just uses Exo. Similar idea. And then Ligates comes down, so Jack does hit his Opal hook that he opened up, and that's a nice scoring bingo as well. It's 86 there, and that's going to give Jack, not the lead, but a more manageable deficit now, only down by 27. Both players playing pretty fast. They still have about half their time left with less than half of the tiles left in the bag. So for Tianza here, I don't think there's any bingo, but what can you do? Yeah, just something like, I was going to say menu, but yeah, Mun, not bad. So both players kind of playing through these middling racks, not scoring too much, not too close to a bingo, but Tianza gets 27 there for Feign, not bad. And I see oil cans on the rack for Jack, which I don't believe is going to play anywhere. Oil cans, Alnicos. Unfortunately, looks like those are unplayable in this spot. So Jack is within striking distance, down by, what is that, 53 points. You don't need to bingo right away as long as you can kind of stay within striking distance. Racino, nice play. 33, pretty good score. Opening a little bit of board real estate for bingos possibly. Matthew continues scoring as well. All for 33, but he's kind of wading through some tough racks now. He's got 2 O's, 2 U's, and a V. You don't love to see that. So Tianza would love to play a little bit defensively and block bingos, but also balance the rack, but also score a little bit. It's hard to do all those things at once. You got to get rid of some of these garbage tiles. I see words like Vulu, but there's just no spot for anything like that really. This is difficult. I don't think you want to play Vulu through the O for 8 points, do you? Maybe you do, actually. What can be done here if you're Matthew? You're only up by 26. You got to keep scoring points. And this is an ugly rack you got to work with. Difficult situation for Matthew here. Getting a little bit low on time, uncharacteristic for him. Only 22 seconds. Of course, you do get the extra 1 minute overtime with the 10-point penalty before you flag and lose the game. So Jack doing better than Matthew on time, actually, and he scores very well, with, or no, scores not very well with the Z, sorry, only 16 for Frizz. And, ooh, great draw for Matthew. After trading 6, he draws the blank and all sorts of good stuff with it. He's going to bingo, I would assume. And Danglers for 65 should do the trick. 9 tiles in the bag. Jack could still have a shot here to fish for a bingo out and steal this one, but it's going to be tough. Not a lot of open real estate for bingos on the board. I guess that R and Frizz on the left side is the most promising spot, and Matthew might just block that. Well, Matthew draws the Q, so he has to play that off, and he plays Cat. I might have chosen QI. It sacrifices some points, but it does block Frizz a little bit. Matthew's going to live dangerously, and he's going to keep on scoring, I would imagine. He's drawn the J now. Juror is a great play. Scores 26, balances the rack, and most importantly, blocks bingos through Frizz for Jack. Looks like Jack wouldn't have had anything anyway. He's 1 tile off from some stuff, but didn't quite fit a bingo with that rack. So close to frijoles. Yeah, great point. Almost frijoles. All right, Lures I think is phony. No, Lures is good. Just kidding. All right, that is the end of that game. Matthew wins by 52. It's 462 to 410 in your final. And Matthew O'Connor goes up 1 game 2-0 over Jack Moran, and they're going to waste no time getting started with game number 2. All right, back to the board immediately as we start game 2. Tianza is going first. Matthew O'Connor has, oops, sorry, let me get that out of the way. Okay. EHOTUV blank. I don't believe there's any bingo here. There's some 8s you could go for, like Vermouth and Overhunt, but yeah, he'll just exchange, okay? He trades 1, trades the V, and Jack exchanges also, and I think Matthew's going to have some bingos here. He traded the V and drew the L. I actually don't see any bingos right away. What do we have? Huh. Might not be anything. No 7 yet. All right, thanks, Josh. Yeah, what do we think of that exchange 1? EHOTV U blank. He trades just the V. I don't know how many tiles that hits for a bingo. Probably not as much as he thought it would. All right. Jack does draw bingo. He gets a U-cane, and after another exchange, Matthew draws the blank. You love to trade 1 and see the 1 tile be the blank, right? It's great. You got to exchange the U. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. All right, so both players bingo and both players score a little bit. Jack with the Y and Matthew with the W. And then Jack gets down Edamines as his second bingo. Ooh, both blanks for Matthew. There's the second one. I see Veratrin as one option through the E. Oh, he drew the S, not the blank. I'm sorry, you're right. He already had the blank. He drew the S. Still a good draw. All right. 2 spots for Veratrin. Plays through the T in Toluates and the E in Edamines. So, yeah, Veratrin through the T is better. Yep, scores more points there. Ooh, sad. He plays Vril. Not that sad, actually. 35 keeping the blank is not as good as bingoing, but at least it's, like, kind of close. All right, so I think that was a missed bingo. I don't think he passed up Veratrin on purpose, but despite the missed bingo, Matthew is still in this thing. Only down by 35, and he's got the blank. Interesting rack for Jack. Not going to bingo anytime soon, but it's definitely got some scoring potential. Actually, on this board, it doesn't have that much scoring potential. What do you do? Oh, he just exchange. I don't think I like exchanging there. There's definitely ways to score. But he exchanges, and Matthew does get his bingo down. All turns for 74 gives him the lead. Yeah, that was an interesting exchange. I don't know. All right, so Jack does get a balanced rack out of it, though. He does have the H, and he'll probably look to score with the H a little bit. Yeah, Oho for 19 is, yeah, I guess that's the best you can do on this board, huh? All right. What to do now if you're Matthew? Up by 20 points. And not a lot of great scoring spots for your F on this board. I guess you could just play Drift. Oh, he plays Fid, 26, pretty good score. And Evernet. Ooh, another little miss there. Okay. So Eve instead, and then Cordage is the bingo for Matthew. Okay. So Jack draws into, oh, there's a phony. Oh, did he play Aho? Oh no. All right, so all sorts of crazy things are happening right now, including, I believe, a phony 4. Yeah, Rev is not good, R-E-V-E, but Jack gets away with the phony 4, hooking his bingo to make Aeronite, and then Cordage scores only 68 in the valid spot. So we got a close game. Jack plays Quag to make it a 1-point game. Tiance's up by 1. He plays Chins, good score to pull ahead. Yeah, so all sorts of interesting stuff in the chat. That's, yeah, all sorts of phonies and misses. And yeah, okay, let's move on. Jack is down by 40. It is his turn. Don't play Pogged. I don't think Pogged is a word. Although I certainly pogged a lot in the mid-90s when I was a kid. All right, what do you do here? There's just not a lot of great scoring spots for these tiles. I'm looking for any kind of place to play Patty or Fady or anything like that. It's just not easy. You look through that E and Poge, it looks like there should be something, but there's just not much. All right, Ka for 22, keeping a leave of DDFPY. Josh suggesting phony 2s in the chat. That's great. Thanks, Josh. All right. Yup for 38. Jack continues scoring well, but Matthew's still a little bit ahead. 4 in the bag. Matthew on turn, up by 24 points. He's got a pretty good rack for scoring. He's going to play Ambit, emptying the bag, and he draws pretty terribly. Matthew's last 6 tiles are JNSTTZ. Jack keeps scoring, though. 45-point game. Can Matthew just play off these tiles somewhere and score a little bit? Yeah, Zest is going to be fine. Okay. Matthew's going to get the win. All right, so a little bit of sloppiness there. Wiggle says, invalid words challenged off Aho, and invalid words played and not challenged Rev. So R-E-V-E, the phony 4 for Jack stays on, and it's not enough. He gets the loss here, and Matthew goes 2-0 in the first 2 games. Updating that score now, and let's get back to the board. All right, no time to rest, no time to even breathe. On to game 3, let's go. Jack's turn to go first. Rev is French for dream. Okay, okay. Not sure how up on his French Mr. Moran is, but maybe that's the confusion. All right, so after another exchange that I would not have made if I were Jack, but that's his choice. He plays, he could have just played FEE, but instead he exchanged FEE. Just giving away 12 points. Not sure about that. All right, Koji comes down from Matthew for 18, and Material is the bingo here, I believe. Not much else to consider, I don't think. And he does play it. And look at the content. Material, 1 short of the double, is going to be lots of fun. No S for Matthew yet. We'll see who draws the first S. Josh, enjoy your lunch. See you soon, I'm sure. All right, Loped for 31, and ooh, there's the S. Cheese for 46. Nice score for Jack. He's got a 1 bingo lead here, and no bingo shows up on the rack yet for Matthew. I see Beep. No, I don't see Beep. But yeah, Beep and Eloped. There you go. 33 for Beep in that spot. Nice play. And what do you do now with this X if you're Jack? He just fishes the X. 1 tile play, 24 points. And I'm not sure if there's any bingos he can draw. He doesn't draw one, I don't think. Oh, Teamful is a word, but I don't think Teamful goes anywhere, so that's not helpful. Is there a way you can play short and angle for a bingo? I don't think there really is. He just exchanges. Wow, a lot of exchanges from Jack. Okay. Studier is the bingo from Matthew, and it is good. Yep, it is challenged. It comes back good. Henry, 38-point play from Jack. And that's going to open up a big spot for the Z, and easing comes down right away from Matthew. So Matthew playing fast, scoring a lot. But Jack takes the lead here. RE8 is the blank bingo here for 69 and the lead. Close game. Looks like Travesty almost played, but it got blocked by Ugg. That R was obscured. All right, so Mozzie, good scoring play from Matthew, putting him a little bit ahead. Gets 5 points for the challenge as well. 27-point lead for Matthew. Jack on turn, down by 27. What can you do here? Not a lot of ways to fish vowels on this board and still score any points. It's pretty tough. He'll just exchange them. Omov, nice scoring play. 27 from Matthew, keeping the blank that he's drawn. It's going to be an important blank, I would imagine. Matthew has the lead, and he has the second blank. This is a pretty good spot for him to be in. Jack, though, has a decently balanced rack. He's going to play off the W, score 20 points, and hope to bingo soon. Rabinia is the bingo from Matthew for the lead. Well, I guess he already had the lead. Now a bigger lead. Looks like it should be a bingo back. Centiles for 70 is the bingo from Jack. I keep saying Josh. Jack is still behind, and Frabs is going to score well for Matthew. That'll keep him ahead. One in the bag. No spot to play fronted, it looks like. So unfortunately, Jack won't get his bingo down, and Matthew will probably get the win here. Whew. These guys play so fast. Like I can't even stop and breathe. All right, Jack will pass, and that will be the end of that one. 503, 420. Matthew gets the win, his third in a row. He goes to 3-0, and immediately these guys go right to game 4. There is just no chill. They just go right to it. Okay, let's play game 4. Jack down 3-0. He would love to get a win here to stay in this match. He is going to be really looking to win this one. All right, Navy is the first play of the game from Jack Moran. He leads 26-14. All consonants for Matthew, but he's going to play through it. Zag scores 28, keeping DPST. Interesting. Or no, DP something else T. DDPT. Opposite problem for Jack. He's got all vowels almost, and he's going to play through them. ACA is 18 points. So too many consonants for Matthew, too many vowels for Jack, and ooh, nice play. Doked. 22 points for Matthew, playing through the clunky consonants, and now an interesting scoring rack. Yeah, Taxa is going to be a good play with the X there for Jack. So both players starting kind of slow. Not a lot of big plays yet. Pretty low scoring, 77-64. We'll see who can get a bingo down first. Right now, neither player is really that close. The leave after Taxa was what? Owie, O-W-I-E. And ooh, terrible draw with Owie. He does have a way to play how or wow. I would probably just play something like that. And he does play wow. Nicely done, 35. And Dandier is not going to play, I don't think, nor drained. Oh, Ott was played. Good catch, guys. OT, phony 2. There have just been so many phony 2s this turn. I'm playing like 2 or 3 phony 2s per match. It is just, it's bad. It's so hard in these 3-minute games to like play accurately, and just, you're going to miss stuff like that. Yeah, so Ott stays on and is hooked to make a valid 3. All right, so still no bingos for either player. 136, 132, close game. Jack up by 4. He's going to have an open triple here. I see hello as a pretty obvious way to play through that L. All right, ho, similar idea, 30 points. And insert R. Everybody's been drawing insert R this tournament, that horrible rack that looks like it's going to bingo and doesn't. He plays Riz. Jack gets a bingo down with Ant-like. So Jack has the first bingo, and there's Matthew's first bingo. All right. Jack is ahead by 24 points now, and he's on turn. So kind of a one-tempo advantage. Matthew's going to look for a big play to catch up here. So not a great rack here for Jack. I don't really see that many interesting options for him. What can be done? Oh, Umiak. Didn't see that. Nice catch, Zero Radiography Expert. Yeah, Umiak is clearly the play here. Scores a lot of points. Umiak into the Q in QI. Okay, it's missed. I would have missed it too, as you guys can tell. So Jack plays Term for 18 points instead. Matthew's going to score a little bit here. So, you know, if Jack keeps scoring 18 and Matthew keeps scoring 24, he will slowly but surely catch up. We will see. All right, Melanik, nice play by Jack. 33 points and doesn't really open very much. It's a pretty solid defensive move as well. Nice play. Tough rack for Matthew, too many vowels, and the J, he's going to play through it with juke. And interior is the bingo here for Jack. Can he spot interior? Keeping in mind that there's a blank unseen, so opening that triple is dangerous, but I think you've got to play interior, and he does. And Matthew did not draw the blank. Maybe Jack did. 50-50 chance that he did. Okay, he did not. Blank is still in the bag. Very interesting. Ooh, yeah, Noah points out that lingerie... Wait, does lingerie play? Was there an open end? Yes, there was. Lingerie would have played. Sad. Yeah, Matthew had a chance there to get back in this game with lingerie, but instead Jack stays ahead. Is there a bingo here? Looks pretty close to something. Maybe he didn't have anything. All right, Swid, and the blank goes to Jack. That is good news for Jack. And it looks like Matthew's not going to have a chance to come back in this game. All right, final score will be Jack 428, Matthew 314. Jack gets his first win, and it's now 3-1. And immediately these guys begin game 5. They don't take a bathroom break or a water break or nothing. Right back to it. Okay. Game 5. Jack has Quag to open and he plays it, keeping Jib, J-I-B. Draws all consonants with it. Not great, but you can probably just play through it and score a little bit. I see Jib, Jink. There's plenty of words that use your J for a little bit of points. I wrote in the chat anagram Sabuns. Is Sabuns even good? I don't know. BTNSSS. What am I doing? This? Anagram that. Sunbeds. Not. Why did I think it was Sabuns? It's Sabundi, right? Define Sabundi. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. All right. Anyway, Jack has a small lead here, 89-50. Brome, nice play by Matthew. Scores quite a bit. 32 points, keeping ER. Almost broccoli for Jack here. It's Brackley though. He has an A instead of an O. That would have been a low probability award. That would have been cool. All right. Instead of that, you do have both C's for hooking Yoni to make Yonik. You could do something like Cobb and Yonik. All right, Cray for 27. That's pretty good too. All right, Ad Rates is the first bingo of the game. It comes from Matthew and it gives him the lead. 37 points up. What can Jack do now? I don't think there's a bingo in this. It needs a W for cowbells. Unfortunately, there's no W. Let's see, what can you do? Okay, low, but not bad. Keep CLS, interesting leave, could work out for him. And Wetter is the play from Tianza. Matthew O'Connor just keeps on scoring. He is now ahead by 47. And I believe there is still not a bingo here for Jack. All right, Clued for 24. So both players kind of exchanging medium-sized scores. Scoring, 25 or 30-ish each turn. And finally, Jack gets his bingo down. Outsail for 65 is his first bingo of the game, and now it's a close game. Jack up by 8, Matthew on turn. Plenty of time on the clock for Matthew. Still 2 minutes and 20 seconds. He has just blazed through this game incredibly fast, as he is wont to do. All right, he plays through his kind of questionable rack there of keeping Given as a leave, and he draws Re-Given. I see Engrieve from the E in Brome. That might be the only bingo that actually plays. Ooh, okay, he misses that, but Verge is going to be an okay score, 34. I think Engrieve might have been the best play, though. And now he's going to draw too many vowels. He's going to play through it with Iota. All right, so Jack has drawn the other blank. And he's got something, I would imagine. What does he have? Strawin? Strawin and Iotas? Is there anything from the D? Probably not. All right, he plays Strawin and Bromes. That'll work too. 90 points for that. Didn't see that spot. Oops. Drawing his challenge, and it is good, so Jack has himself a pretty safe 1 bingo lead here, but can Matthew draw anything? Ooh, he's got the X. Exits is going to be a massive score. Exits at H11 from the E and add rates. Ooh, he plays XI instead. He's going to try to bingo out, I guess. So, does he have any way of bingoing out? I don't think he does. Yeah, too many consonants in the pool, and he's going to have no luck here. So Jack is looking like he's going to get back-to-back wins here. He was down 3-0. Now it's going to be 3-2. Things get interesting. Oh, no, you're saying you should just play exit and just leave the S spot open. That is interesting. I think at this score you got to consider a desperation ploy like that, yeah. All right, so Jack is going to get the win. Just trying to figure out the final score here. He's got 2 tiles left, AE, and he's got to play them anywhere that makes valid words. That makes valid words. 8 points for that, and your final score is Jack 468, Matthew 383. Jack gets his second win, and they immediately begin game number 6. No breaks, no nothing. All right, game 6 gets started now, and Mafia keeping EN is the opening play from Matthew. Both these guys just blazing fast. It's great. All right, Pony. Wow, big overlappy play for Matthew. 50 points with all the overlaps. Nice play, and he takes the early lead, 76-30. What do you got here, Jack? What do you got? Looks like nothing that good. Maybe Do, D-O-H, making dawn and of and high. I was looking for something from the J-O, like maybe jounce or jounced. Those are options as well. He plays Do. That looks pretty good. 33 points and a balanced leave. And just getting rid of O's and R's for Matthew. Not a great scoring play, but you got to play through that rack. Unsighted is the first bingo, and Urinated coming right back. So both players bingo, and Tianza has a 1-turn kind of tempo lead, up by 25. Jack, though, is on turn, and he's got not a great rack, but it's balanced. He can do something with it. I see Sig making Hick next to the HI there as one option. You could do something through the A and Urinated, like Baggy. He does choose Baggy, okay. Whoa, crazy draw. Q and Z for Matthew after his bingo. What do you do with a Q and a Z here? You play a Ritzy for 37, keeping the Q, okay. Precise is the bingo from Jack, taking the lead. So now the Q and the X, another couple of power tiles to play with for Matthew. Down by 39, but he's going to keep scoring points. I mean, he's got the Q and the X, so definitely going to score. Let's see here. Is there anything from that OA in the top right corner? Like, I don't think Oxens is a word. I guess there's nothing starting with Ox. There's no, like, Oxnet. No, I'm making up phonies. I don't know. I guess you can hold on to that top right corner spot and try to draw a bingo or an X play later. Yeah, he plays Cat. I like that. You're going for an X play in the top right corner eventually. I don't think he has one, though. Okay, he just plays Ovens, getting rid of his X hopes there. Close game. Jack up by 7 points, and Jack is on turn. He's got the blank, and he plays Mauvaise. Nice play. Maybe Jack does know his French. We were talking about that earlier. Mauvaise is French for bad, and that was a bad news play for Matthew. Matthew's in trouble now. Looks like Jack is going to even the series 3-3. Wow. He gets down Stolider as well for another bingo, and he is cruising right now. 100-point lead, and Matthew just doesn't have anything here. Well, he's going to bingo eventually, I would imagine. I don't think he's got a bingo this turn. Almost had like Alachlor or something, but not quite. Alobar. Yeah, none of these words play. He just plays La. He's hoping to bingo into the E or the R, hoping to bingo out. Oh, yeah, roll away. Nice find, Josh. Yeah, that didn't play either, right? But he didn't have the W or the Y. So 3 tiles in the bag. Jack is up by enough that if he just scores points with 2 tiles and leaves 1 in the bag, he should be okay here. I would just play some kind of reasonably high-scoring 2-tile play, not empty the bag. Yeah, that's probably fine. Ick is going to be enough to be up by 106. Yeah, you're fine. Even if Matthew can bingo, which I don't think he can, even if he can, though, you're okay at this score. So Jack is almost certainly going to get the win, and when he does, it'll be 3-3. Oh yeah, sorry, Arg, I didn't see your question. These are the 4 and 8 seeds in their group. Is that right? 8? Yeah, I guess it is the 4 versus 8. Jack has played better than an 8 seed. I mean, he's been pretty solid in this tournament, as Josh can attest. Yeah, so Jack gets his 3rd win here, and this is going to be an interesting match the whole way. Sorry, I'm distracted because I'm trying to plug in my laptop. It won't charge. All right, so the series is tied 3 games apiece, and we're going to have a best of 3 the rest of the way. Whoever can win 2 out of these last 3 games will win the match. Matthew is undefeated in his group, and he needs a win today to stay that way. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I have solved the mystery of why my laptop wouldn't charge. It was because it wasn't plugged in. I am not a technology expert. I forget these things like plugging in your computer. All right, so we are waiting on Matthew and Jack to begin Game 7. This is kind of their first breather of the match. Let's take this opportunity to look at the standings. So Matthew O'Connor, 4-0 in the Falcon group, needs a win to stay undefeated. If he loses, it's going to be a close race for 2nd place in the group with Matthew, Piotr, Irfan, and then there's Josh at 3-2. Jack would also be 3-2 in this scenario, so a wide open field of players competing for 2 spots in the playoffs here, and Matthew definitely wants to win this match if he can. We'll find out in the next 3 games whether he can win it. Jack is putting up a heck of a fight. 3 straight wins, battling back from 0-3 to make it 3-3. And now 3 games to go in this match. Feel free to share your predictions in the chat. Who's going to win this one, Matthew or Jack? 3 games to go, and whoever wins 2 out of the 3 will win the match. I see Goodfather in the chat promoting his tournament. If you guys have some free time on your Sunday and want to play a tournament, check out his event. Should be a fun one. Yeah, should be great. Also plenty of Blitz coverage as well tomorrow for you guys to tune in and watch. Another look at the schedule here. Tomorrow we're going to have Aaron Bader streaming against Arindam Basu and Mina Lee against Austin Shin on her stream as well. So plenty of content coming up. All right, let's go back to the board as we begin game number 7. Oil fired from Tianto, the first bingo of the game. And Matthew has the early lead, but I'm imagining Jack's going to bingo right back. I see inactive, I see centavos, I see plenty of options. Covenant, plenty of options available here for Jack. Still trying to plug in this laptop. Don't want to lose charge during a stream. Come on. There we go. I knew you could do it, Charger. Okay. Sistvayan, nice bingo from Jack, and Big Array comes right back from Matthew. Both players exchanging big plays, and Matthew takes the lead. Ooh, he almost has marksman. He needs an N for that. All right, make for 38 points. Good scoring play from Jack. Close game, 138-128. Matthew up by 10. A lot of big consonants here. He plays Y, and Jack is going to play through some excess consonants with Graham. All right, still a close game. Matthew up by 28 points now. Can you show me how to spell Malawarachi again? No, I'm not even sure that I got it right. I don't trust myself, so no, I'm not going to show it to you. I refuse. All right, so Tiansa here with a small lead, 28 points. Not a great rack here. What can be done? You can exchange. That's an option. Okay. Ooh, Spaffier. I don't think that's a word. I think there's like piaffers. Yeah, piaffers is the valid word there. And he's going to get another chance to play it, but yeah. He's going to play a fire instead. It's one of those racks where if you've seen it even one time, you're like, that alphagram looks familiar, but Spaffier is not the correct answer to that alphagram. All right, so XU for 36. Nice scoring play from Matthew. Giving up the free turn might hurt here for Jack because he's falling behind. Needs to keep pace here with the scoring from Matthew. Matthew's at 262 with still 41 tiles in the bag. Jack exchanging. Ooh, another 0-point turn, and it's going to be more points from Matthew. Yep, up by 103 now. So Matthew, after 3 straight losses, is looking to battle back and get a win here. He'd be up 4-3 if he can hold on. So let's see here. On 25 points play from Jack there, and loose sign I believe doesn't go anywhere for Jack. Or for Matthew, sorry. He just plays ing for a pretty good score, 29. I don't think there's a bingo here for Jack. No place to fit Pintados through that D, doesn't quite work. There's no nines through UR. That's Supinator and Rainspout. I think you just got to fish. Yeah, he plays just the P for 8 points. Fishing with AIONST. Lots of things you can draw here. So a pretty good chance that that Matthew gets, or that Jack gets a bingo. Sell for 20. Nice play for Matthew, just continuing to score and balance. Up by over 100 now. Wow, Jack fished one tile, and his one tile was the blank. Great draw, but actually, you probably prefer to draw not the blank and then draw the blank after bingoing, because then you get a second bingo down. But beggars can't be choosers. You get a blank at any time. You got to be happy about it. All right, Atenese for 62. He probably had something into the M in the top left corner. Right? I actually don't see it, but he probably had something. Why did I say check? I meant anagram. Hoistman. No. What ends in M? Anything? I don't know. All right, quits for 21. Saintdom. That's what he had. All right, so Tianza is up by a bingo here. 25 seconds left for Jack. He's running out of time. Non-irons. Is that a word? I don't love it. It is not. Okay, Matthew challenges it off. And he blocks the spot with zip for 33. So Matthew now well ahead, over a 100-point lead. Ronians is the valid 7-letter word, but no spot for that. All right, he just plays Zori. And it's looking pretty hopeless now, as it's not a great board for Jack to get a bingo down. And all Matthew needs to do is just keep scoring, kind of muck up the board a little bit. He should be fine. All right, playing out the end game here. It looks like Matthew is going to get the win by about 100. And Jack goes over on time as well, so an extra 10 points there for Matthew. Going to win by over 100. Maybe closer to 150. Jack has funds, and then I see Duetto as an outplay for Matthew, but auto works fine too. Just anything to get a play down and not flag, and you're fine. Big win for Matthew O'Connor here. He was up 3-0, then lost 3 in a row, and now he's going to win game 4. All right, final score 486-352. Matthew gets the crucial Game 7 win, putting him up 4-3, and now Jack's got to win both Games 8 and 9 to steal this match. Ooh, Matthew gets the opening bingo, all right. So Codeine puts him 1 bingo ahead. If he wins this game, he wins the match. Fax, though, is the obvious comeback here, and it does come down. 46 points is nice. All right. What can Jack do? He plays Way. Nice play to score and balance. 32 keeping Lime. L-I-M-E as your leave. Pretty good. Kind of a strange rack now for Jack. There's some okay scoring consonants, though. Hub gives him 15 points. Okay. Ooh, Matthew's going much better. 46 for Helm. Out drag. That's a word. That does come down. And Jack takes, doesn't take the lead, but he makes it closer. He's down by 17 now. And what has Jack drawn? I don't think this is a bingo. You need another D for Deodans. Yeah, I don't think there's a 7. If you can't bingo, what do? Do you just kind of fish a little bit? Do you play like Nod or Dodd? Or Odd? Okay, there you go. So Odd keeps A-D-E-N-S. We'll see what he can draw. Meanwhile, wow, nicer. Keeping QI as your leave. Interesting. Snarred is the bingo, and Jack takes the lead. QI is the obvious play here for Matthew when he plays it, 32. So Jack is down by 15 points on turn in a must-win game 8 here. needs to come back and take the lead here. What can be done on this turn? Not anything too great, I don't think. Is up talk good? I don't know. Up talk? Yeah. Okay, uptake not quite as good, but it's, you know, still a decent play, 30 points. And aging, nice overlap play from Matthew, 31 for that. Yeah, it's pointed out that uptake takes an N, so there's a bingo lane there. You could actually bingo with a word ending in NG. That could get interesting. Opponent, nice play by Tianza. He's got a 36-point lead. Looks like no bingo here for Jack, although it's a pretty decent balanced rack. You'd love to block that spot. Yeah, okay, block it with Ob. There you go. ALNRT. Might draw a bingo with that. No, he doesn't. Okay, Zess is a nice score from Matthew, taking the lead by over 70. Make that 81 points. 81-point lead. Jack needs to bingo pretty soon or he's in trouble. Jack has to win this game to stay alive in the match, and he's down by a big bingo. Can he come back? There's open spots. He trades just one. He trades the V. Ratlin. I don't think he wants Ratlin U. He probably wanted Ratlin S. So, difficult spot here for Jack. He's going to fish one tile again. So he's fishing with Ratlin, and he draws an M. Is that any better? I don't think it is. Yeah, he's not getting the tile that he needs. All right, Ma for 16. Over a 100-point lead now for Matthew, and Retinol has no spot on this board, so that's not going to help. Yeah, it looks like Ye actually blocked Retinol, so a nice defensive play by Matthew. And it looks like Matthew will get his 5th win and he'll win the match. He's got plenty of time, of course. No flagging risk at all. He's used only a minute and he's scored 418. I'm seeing a lot of rip in the chat and I am not going to disagree. Looks like Matthew's got this one. Retinoic is the bingo here into the C. Ooh, sad. Okay. So 120-point lead for Matthew, and he's going to score well with the F as well. Elf for 35, and he pulls way ahead. So Matthew will get win number 5, and he will win the match. Well done by Matthew. He has definitely had some tough games as Jack has put up a good fight, but it looks like he will get win number 5. Jack goes over on time as well. So it looks like Matthew's going to get the win. But guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to have more Scrabble coming up. Right after this, we're going to have Zachary Dang versus Jennifer Clinchy in just a few minutes. That's going to be fun. Looking forward to it. And then a whole lot more Scrabble coming up later in the weekend. So don't go anywhere. Just stay on your couch all weekend long and watch Scrabble every single hour, every single day. All right. Back to the board where Matthew's looking to make it official and win this match. He is in the end game here against Jack, up by 180. And Jack plays reg for 8, and Matthew, I don't believe, can go out, but that is of no consequence. He can just make any old play here, and he's fine. Don't play Vio. That is a brand of television from, I think, Sony. Not a real word. All right. Final score is Matthew 528, Jack 350. Matthew gets his 5th win, and Matthew wins the match. Congrats to Matthew, and let's play one more just for funsies. All right. Score is 5 games to 3, and here is game 9. Definitely every game counts in the standings for Matthew. Of course, if you have the same match win as a player, then game wins is the tiebreaker. And if you look at the standings, there's a whole lot of players that might tie Matthew in the standings. Piotr, Irfan, Josh, all these players could be very much in the race with Matthew, and tiebreakers could matter. So every game counts for sure. Matthew would love to get this win if he can. Let's go back to the board. And D Marks is the opening bingo from Jack. It is challenged. It is good. It is 93, including the 5 points for the challenge. Lesbians for 76, so both players bingo. And wow, another bingo. Donation for 63. We got all bingos on the board so far. I didn't switch screens. My bad, guys. You guys are asking for the board. That is my mistake. All right. What you missed was 3 straight bingos. So D Marks for Jack, Lesbians for Matthew, and then donations for Jack. It's a 1 bingo lead now for Jack. And Jack has drawn the second blank, and it looks like he's got something. Plash it, I believe, is a word. A plash it is a small pond or pool. There you go. So plash it in line 15 is one option. I'm sure there's other things that are pretty good. How about Stefan, an ancient Greek headdress? Stefan into the E and D marks is also a good option. Yeah, T-Shop, that works too. 95 for T-Shop, big score, and Jack has a 100-point lead. 103 to be exact after Orf comes down for 40 for Matthew. Yeah, Stefan Rao, there you go. Oh, hey, Stefan Rao, you're actually in the chat. Look at that. All right, so 103 points ahead now is Jack. He's in a good spot here, looking to salvage a 5-4 split of the match. A narrow loss, but definitely a good fight against a strong player like Matthew. Jack doing pretty well. Key line guy manifested himself. Love it. All right, what can Jack do here? He's got a couple of good scoring consonants, but not a lot of good spots for them on this board. 17 points for Fop seems better than anything I can find. All right, Ahi, nice play from Matthew to keep scoring. If Matthew gets one more bingo down, he's back in this game. And he bingos immediately with Atanis. All right, we got a close game now. 25-point lead for Jack, and he's on turn. He's got QI and a bunch of weird garbage with it. Not great. He just plays the Q for 31, keeping 3 eyes on his rack. Matthew scores very well with the J, and now we got a close game. 1-point lead for Jack. He's still got 3 eyes, which is not fun. What to do with these 3 eyes? This is tough. I'm looking at that C and Cub on the left side, and there's just not much. He'll just exchange. Okay. Ricey, and I see Evinced, and there is a spot for Evinced. Okay. Would expect to see a bingo here from Jack. You can play Evinced. There it is, to the right side of D marks for 79. Good score. Zygon, big score right back, and then wow, Z-Bomb, X-Bomb, both players with big scores, and now Jack is still ahead by 50. So, oh, Riveter for the bingo. Wow, Matthew retakes the lead. This is going to be fun. Okay. In the end game, Jack down by 21. He's got a full 7-tile rack. I see Gormy as a pretty good scoring option through that R and Riveter. This is going to be close. Jack is probably going to lose 10 points on time as well. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds, 2, 1, and he goes over. Okay. 33 points down. He does play Gormy for 39. And now he's down by 29. He's got leg for 24. He's going to lose by 1. Wow. Matthew wins by a final of 5-12, 5-11. That was fantastic. What a win by Matthew. Close game the whole way, and Matthew wins by a point. That is just crazy. I have not seen a score like that all tournament. 5-12 to 5-11. You love to see it. Congrats to Matthew for winning the game and winning the match. It is a 6-3 final, and just an awesome, awesome, awesome final game between Jack and Matthew. This was really cool. 5-12, 5-11 is your final. And wow, I'm going to pause and breathe for a second. That was quite the game. That was really something. Hope you guys all enjoyed it in the chat as much as I did. Boy, there's just no time to process what's going on. It's just all happening so fast. Just Z-Bomb, X-Bomb, big bingo, and then just the end game where Matthew wins by a point. Unreal. That was quite something. They played quite well and fast, says Extra Typo. Yeah, that is quite something. I think this is the first broadcast I've had all tournament long where we've had a match take less than an hour and not more. I was going to stream Jennifer and Zach at 2 o'clock, and it's only 1:53. We're early. So I will just stall for a little bit. We can just take a look at this game. I'll go to the Examiner. I mean, just from start to finish, just a really cool game. So Jack gets D marks for 88 plus the challenge to open the game. Matthew bingoes right back with lesbians for 76. And then Jack draws Tondino, which I don't think plays anywhere besides just the airball of... I guess there was a spot for Tondino next to D marks here. So he had his options, but he plays Donation. And then kind of both players wade through some difficult racks of one-pointers. Werua is a nice score for Matthew. He's down by 48 at this point. And T-Shop comes down Oh, Josh, I don't want to play a match right now. What are you doing, man? I guess I could play you one game. No, I shouldn't do that. We're gonna stream Zach and Jennifer in a little bit. I'll just wait till they start and I'll stream them. We'll play later. I like the idea, but yeah, Key Line Guy points out it would have sucked if Matt lost because of that +5. It's a great point. He did have the +5 on D marks on the opening play, and then he ended up winning by 1. So just a crazy game. Crazy game. Orf, a nice score, 40 points for Matthew here. Both players kind of battled through some tough racks mid-game here, and difficult decision here for Jack when he's got 3 eyes and the Q. He just plays the Q for 31, and then after that he's still got 3 eyes, and he exchanges. He keeps dice, D-I-C-E, and he draws evinced, putting him up 50, and then Z-bomb for Matthew, X-bomb for Jack, Riveter, and then in this endgame, I'm just looking at the examiner now, and I don't think there will be a better play here than just Gormy. I think that both players did the best they could with this endgame. Analyzer being a little bit slow to inform me if there were any better plays than Gormy, but yeah, so Gormy is equivalent to Jeremy. They're both 21 points of valuation according to the analyzer. So Gormy comes down, and Matthew has just barely enough points on his rack to win. White scores 35, and then Jack has leg for 24, which loses by a point. Yeah, just a brutal game for Jack Moran. He played great. He would have won by 9, but he lost 10 points on time. And of course, Matthew also lost 5 points because of the challenge of D marks. So obviously, in these blitz matches, you're not going to play perfectly. You're going to have, you know, points lost for going overtime. You're going to have points lost for challenges. These things are going to happen. But a win is a win for Matthew. He will certainly take it. This was an awesome game, and it is decided by the 10-point penalty for Jack going overtime, which he sadly only barely did. Like, Jack almost finished without going over, but he ends up 8 seconds over, and that is the 8 seconds that cost him the game. So, oh, hey, Jack, in the chat, welcome. Yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate that you had no time at the end to think about Gormy and then went over. But yeah, just an incredible game. Matthew wins by 1 point. Crazy stuff. Congrats on the match, Jack. That was a good one. Put up a strong fight against Matthew, who is a great blitz player. Yeah, Jeremy, Gormy, I think those were equally good plays, right? Because you're going to get 24 the following turn either way. Okay, Kempy says that she and Zach are going to begin playing soon. All right, so we can go back to the Wiggles chat. I can do a little bit of rejiggering the scoreboard here. Let's change your player 1 score to 0. Let's change your player 2 score to 0. Let's find a picture that is not of Matthew O'Connor, but is instead of Zachary Dang. All right, so I'll just reset the scoreboard here, and we can get ready to begin shortly. Hope you guys can all bear with me as I'm just resetting some things. Resetting and recentering. All right, so we're going to have Zach and Jennifer in just a little bit. I think they were scheduled to start at 2 o'clock, but they're going to start a couple of minutes early because they are nice like that. Okay. Is that centered enough? I don't think it is. Let's get it a little bit over to the left. Okay. So Jennifer and Zach getting started in just a little bit. Oh, they have already begun. Let's get to it. Okay. So the match gets underway, and Jennifer has Durians for 70 points to open game 1. So nice bingo to start, 70 points, but Zach has the first blank of the match, and he plays Ob for 16. I think he might have had a couple of bingo options there. I wasn't quite sure. All right, so Jennifer's scoring well. She gets Taj for 50, or for 52, sorry. And all right, so 122 to 38. Why did the scoreboard go away? Let me fix that. Sorry about that. It's not supposed to do that, but for some reason it often does. Okay, there we go. Scoreboard should be back, and Kempe leads ZZZ, Zachary Day, 122 to 38. Oh yeah, Saint Point Sinfonia. Those are the bingos that actually played there. Okay. I knew there was something. All right, difficult rack for Jennifer here. She's got at least one vowel too many. How can she play through it? Nothing too good, I don't think. Looking from that D and Durians for some kind of vowel-heavy play. There isn't much. All right, Mies for 12. Seems as good as any. And I don't think Zach is drawing the right tiles to bingo with his AIFN. He plays Oaf, scoring okay, 24 points, not bad. And okay, now he's got both blanks. He'll probably get something down now. There's things like Ionian and Aeolian. Is there anything from the W, I wonder? Probably not. Anagram, A-I-N-O-W blank blank. There is, ooh, Airwoman does not play. Okay, nothing starting with the W. So, I don't think there's going to be a super good bingo here for Zach, but he'll bingo with something. What can you do? Is there anything better than just something like Aeolian? I don't really see much. Ooh, Infobomb, that is a cool word. That would have been fun. All right, so Zach is taking his time here looking for a strong bingo, but he can't take too much of it. I happen to know that both these players have been working on their Blitz game skills. They've been working on playing faster. They've actually been practicing against each other, so that's why this is such a fun match, because they have been looking forward to this showdown for quite a while. All right, Alation is the choice from Zach. Seems as good as any. You're going to score 62-ish no matter what you play. All right, so Jennifer's got obvious QI plays. There's QI next to Mies. There's QI next to Durians. You're going to score, 24-ish. You can play QI above Alation, making IO. Wow, she keeps the Q. That's interesting. We'll see. All right, Oye's 31 points, though. Not bad. What's going to happen with that Q? I think probably just QI next turn, right? Bizarre draw for Zach. Both H's and the V and the Z. What to do here? I don't see much of an interesting play through the EN, right? There's no like, yeah, I don't know. You could just play then, but that's not a great play. Oh, Haven, there you go. 33 for Haven. Ooh, Q and the X and a nice QU combo for Jennifer. All sorts of interesting stuff here. What to do with it? You could keep the QU for later and just kind of play off the X. I don't mind just EX in the top left corner underneath wall. All right, she plays QI, 26 points. I probably would have kept the QU, but she'll keep the U instead. All right, Hayes, good score with the Z for Zach. 232 to 198. Zach pretty low on time, but he does have the ability to speed up here and get some plays down. 39 tiles in the bag is not too early in the game. He can speed up and still be okay here. All right, 28 for Pence. And I believe no bingo. Oh, wow, Jennifer needed that Q for quietest, but it is not in the right spot for that. Ooh, starts with Haven. Havenless. Ooh, that is cool. I doubt we'll see it in this game, but it is still a cool word. Havenless. Wow. All right, so ET, just a small fishing play. 25 points is a pretty good score for a fishy play. Jennifer is up by a bingo, and Zach is not going to bingo. Look at that rack. Not good. Doing. So he keeps KSTV. 4 consonants. We'll see if he can draw some vowels. Maybe just quiet here. Oh, yeah, Etui. That is the same. Styles is quiet, but not as bad defensively. Good play. Only one vowel on that draw for Zach. I'm sure he would have preferred more than that, but what can he do with it? Not much. Not looking great here. Zach is down by 84, and he's not going to make up 84 points anytime soon. Not a great board, not a great rack. Teak, that seems fine, I guess. Couldn't think of anything better myself. And I want to say presages is a word, so that would be the bingo that plays. Yeah, presage, the former right of English kings to wine. Oh, what a great word. All right, she plays gripe instead. Sad. All right, so interesting rec for Zach. Doesn't look like a bingo, but he can maybe fish for one. Getting low on time. 24 seconds till he flags. 23, 22, 21. Clock ticking away here. You lose the game automatically if you go over that final minute. So Jennifer has a couple seconds and then she goes over. She plays bloat. Zach has 15 seconds till he loses. 14, 13, 12. He's also down by 78 points. He needs to make a big play and fast. 7 seconds left. 6. Okay, he plays coup for 9. That is not going to cut it. 3 tiles in the bag. I think Jennifer should probably not empty it. Probably a 2-tile play that scores is the option you want to go with here. Divest, the most dive. When I was in college, I went to the divest bars you can imagine. All right, Jennifer is still thinking here. She's still got a decent amount of time, 35 seconds left. She plays try. Zach has 3 seconds. 2, he does play wedge in time, but he's down by 82. Looks like Jennifer will probably get the win here unless she flags. Just play words that are valid at this point. And they both do, and okay, your final score is going to be Jennifer 405, Zach 327, and Jennifer gets the first win of the match. All right, 1-0 in the match. We're going on to game 2 in a little bit. Let's take a look at the standings in this group. If you're just joining us, this is not exactly a clash of the titans in this group. Jennifer and Zach are actually both winless. They're 0-4. So not really much consequence here for the playoff race is this match, but still going to be fun. These are 2 best friends who've been playing for a long time against each other, and always enjoy watching them play. So let's go back to the board and let's show you game number 2. Flan comes down for 14 points from Zach to open, and Jennifer draws Zarnex, which probably isn't a word that she knows, but we'll see. If not Zarnex, then probably just some sort of decent scoring play with the Z as an option here. I see just like Za and Za is a good play, I guess. Could also do like Phase or Phaser from the F. Thanks for stopping by, Josh. Enjoy your dépanneur. Is that, I thought that was like that's a restaurant, right? I don't know. Enjoy your meal, I would imagine. Convenience store. Okay, there you go. All right, Crazes, 45 points. Not as good as Zarnex, but still a good score, 45. What can Zach do with this rack? It is a balanced rack, constant vowel-wise, but not super good in terms of synergy. Yeah, Whoa is a good score, though. 35, keeping INPU. Interesting leave. Could turn into something. We'll find out. Yeah, Zarnex would have been the star play there. What's a Zarnek? I'm curious. A native sulfide of arsenic. Whoa, that is something. All right, so Kempe is using plenty of clock right now, but there really isn't much to find. I don't think there's any star play you can really come up with here. Yeah, Vina is a pretty good one, 32. So 77-49, pretty close game early. Zach with kind of a rough draw here. He might just exchange. Oh, Civi's better than exchanging. Okay, 20 points. Again, keeping INPU, his favorite leave, apparently. And Jennifer has 2 U's, but she has the blank. Gotta take the good with the bad there. Is there a bingo here? I think there is something through the L, I would imagine. Anagram, unruled blank. Gotta be something. Uncurled and unfurled. There you go. It's actually decently close to dépanneur. Okay, she plays FUD. Not optimal, but gotta hurry up and play something. You're getting pretty low on time. All right. Oh, unfurred and underfur. Yeah, those are cool. All right, so her leave is ENRU blank. Should bingo soon with that. And I see plays like Yip next to FUD. Yip is a pretty decent option here. What else? I guess HIP, HYP in the top right corner above Civi is a pretty good play. Oh, unsured is a word. Okay, good call. Unsured. That would have been much better. All right, so insurer Looks like a pretty good option here, and she does play it. All right, 157 to 99. Can't be with the one bingo lead. What can Zach do here? Difficult rack to find something good with. I don't think there's any ruddy. Is there? Is that a word? Ruddy? Oh, it is good. Okay. Runty, not quite as good as ruddy, but 27 is not bad. And it is now Zach on turn, down by some number of points, 53. Nowhere near a bingo really, but he can certainly score something with these tiles, the F and the K. Benji with the yes. Yes. Wait, what happened to your mod set? I thought we modded you, Benji. Why are you frowning? We might have. Oh, Jennifer might have cleaned up the mod status and taken away from people who were not like board members on the organization or something. I don't know. I thought you still had mod status. I apologize for that. We can talk about that later. All right, Et for 23. And Diatoms, Mastoid, I don't believe those are going to play anywhere on this board. Definitely a sad board for Zach. Down a little bit, would love to bingo, and I don't think he can. What can you do if you can't bingo? This is tough. Don't really see any standout options. You could play something, making civvies. You could just burn your S to play like Mist or something. All right, Thado, 18 points for that, keeping IMST. Interesting leave, could work out. So, Kempy now has 40 seconds left. ZZZ has 25-ish. And looks like still no bingo for Zach. He's down by 18 points. Pretty close game. Doesn't need to bingo right away necessarily. He does need to play quickly, though. He's going to get pretty low on time here. He's going to have a minute and a couple of seconds to play 30 tiles. Still a lot of game to go. He goes over. He's got under a minute now. If I'm Zach, I'm just going to make any kind of play quickly that looks reasonable. Something like meta and am is fine. Just play through this, keep a reasonable lead, and conserve clock. There you go, am. Nice play. Okay. QI instantly from Jennifer. She scores 33 with the Q. And ooh, Indarts doesn't go anywhere. This doesn't look great. I don't think there is much you can do here. Huh. Another difficult situation, but you can't burn too much clock. 25 seconds to go. Dint looks pretty solid. 26 with a good leave. That's pretty good. Close game now, but Zach only has 22 seconds. Glit for 10. I can never remember if glit is good or if it's just guilt. It's both. Okay. Zach playing quickly now as he must. Boxy for 16 is a reasonable play. Keeps him within striking distance. Down by 9. Yeah, those 4s, Benji, they're hard to keep straight, right? I'm glad it's not just me. Sorry, I'm just repositioning my laptop and my mic. Hope you guys can still hear me okay. Okay. So Zach has 5 seconds left. He is in serious flagging danger now. Needs to play insanely fast the rest of the way. Down by 31 points, and yeah, he goes out of time. All right, Jennifer gets the win. That is her second win of the match. It is 2-0, and for Zach, the game plan is pretty clear. You got to play faster. So another loss for Zach, but he has got plenty of match to go. You can battle back here. Down 2-0 with 7 more still coming up. So as I was saying earlier about the standings in this group, it is obviously not been a great tournament for either of these players, Jennifer or Zach, but an interesting race at the top. Jesse Day is killing it. He is 5-0, and then the race for second place is wide open. Janul de Silva is 4-1. You see Jackson and DePunkar 3-1, and they play each other tomorrow morning, so a very pivotal match there for Jackson and DePunkar. The winner is going to be very much in contention. The loser is going to have some ground to make up. So, interesting group. Also, Chris Grubb doing well. Victor Tung in the mix. Indranil Amar Singhi. So, a lot of players in this race who are staying competitive. Anyway, back to the board. And we have game number 3 underway as Jennifer plays phone for 26 to open. And that probably has some snapbacks to the triple, right? Try phone. How do you look that up? Is it pattern? I can never remember. Is it pattern phone like that? There you go. Ooh, cam phone, car phone, all sorts of fun words. All right, hint, a nice play from Jennifer to score 28. She leads by a little bit, and Zach has... Hey, Oglehat, yeah, there's certainly a valid question about Zach. Basically, we use WESPA ratings to seed players for this tournament, and WESPA ratings are not perfect. And yeah, like Beji said in the chat, he's played one tournament, and he just had one good tournament, and he had a high initial rating. Zach would be the first to admit that he's not an 1899 level player. He knows that, but definitely a strong player and definitely competitive in this group, I would expect. I've been kind of surprised he hasn't won more games so far. Right now, I'd say Zach and Jennifer, who play each other all the time, are pretty evenly matched, and I would expect a close competitive match today. Both these players have been working on their blitz game. They're both not prone to speediness in general, but they're both trying to get better at that. So definitely interesting to watch these two play because they both come a long way in terms of their speed. But yeah, so far Jennifer has been better in terms of the clock management in this match. Zach has had time trouble both games, but definitely an issue that he is aware of and working on. He's been practicing his speediness quite a bit. Anyway, right now it is Kempe having the speediness issue. She's got 1 minute and 35 left, and we're still pretty early in the game. Ooh, phony 3 alert. CET is on the board. CET is the phony 3. Does anybody spot it? Yes. Okay, it is challenged off, and Zach also bingos. He's got the lead now, 161 to 133. All right, so Kempe now down by 28, and she's still got this rack of clog ERT. There's a spot to play clog, and she does. Okay, 20 points and a pretty good leave. And looks like not quite a bingo for Zach. There's some interesting 8s here, like Nativity, but I don't believe there's a spot for any of your 8s. Yeah, no naivety. But naivety plus a blank makes... oh, only 1 8. Nativity's the only one. Okay. It looks like there'll be more. All right, so Zach taking his time here. He does have quite a bit of time to take this time. Up by a small amount, 8 points, 161, 153. No bingo available right now, but definitely you can bounce the rack. I see just Ivy next to Stanged is a pretty good option. Scores well, leaves well. Okay, Vaney, similar idea, 22 for that, and we got a close game still. Both players score 22, so Zach remains ahead by 8. He's drawn the Z. That'll help him score quite a bit, I would imagine. I don't think there's anything in this spot here overlapping ZE, but that would be nice. So what to do here if you're Zach? You're ahead by a little bit. Okay, Azo looks solid, 39 points. So a small lead now for Zach, and Jennifer's got 1 or 2 consonants too many here. She's going to play Fry to clean that up. She keeps AGRST, a leave that could work out. Of course, the board is not great for bingos even if it does draw well. Yeah, Diaphone was pointed out in the chat. That's nice. We were talking about phone extensions earlier, and Diaphone actually did play. Look at that. All right, Jilt is a 20-point play to unload the J and some other consonants, and Zach is ahead by 50 now. Jennifer's scoring a little bit here, just kind of fishing for a bingo. She's got the blank now. ARST blank is her leave. Cred for 14. Both players kind of wading through these hard racks. Bat for 21. Still a close game. Zach ahead by 30. He's got 1 blank. Jennifer's got the other. We'll see who can bingo first. It's not a great board for either one of them to bingo on. Let's see here. Tisk. That's a nice play. 28. Kind of wading through this ocean of consonants that Zach has. It's easier to score points with too many consonants and too many vowels, and I think Zach is realizing that because He's still scoring, you know, 28 with Tisk is just fine. Does Kempy know hence? I would imagine that she does. It's kind of common sense that if you have a word like hent that appears to take an S, you should try it. But we'll find out here. What can you do with this rack? It looks like it's close to some stuff, but maybe not quite. Yeah, this is tough. Strider, that's the one that actually plays. Okay. All right, she plays Rot instead. Sad. All right, Mo. All right, so both players getting closer to a bingo-ish rack, but it is not the easiest board to find a bingo on, and both players have to worry about the clock as well. There's also, you know, the possibility of hooks on new, so there's a possible spot there. New taking a B, K, N, or P, so possible bingos in line N there, hooking onto new. Both players over on their clock. Both players still have a blank on their racks. Zach is up by a bingo and on turn. I don't think he's going to bingo. Oh, yeah, Silurid. Nice. Okay. Oh, okay. Mew. 4 points. All right. We might finally see something come down now. Sauroid. There you go. But a phony hook on new. Ooh, maybe hook the S on hint instead. Okay. Oh yeah, Oglehat points out that you can hook an S onto Wive to make Swive and make an ish word in line 5 there. Nice. All right, so will she try hence? Seems like she might not be sure of hence if she is. She's definitely not sure about Sauroid because she tries Sautoir instead, but no, news is the phony. Oh, I'm not sure about opening the triple there. That's questionable. That gives the spot for outraise. Okay. So Jennifer does bingo, and Zach might flag here. 2 seconds left. He plays a word. 1 second, and Zach runs out of time. Okay. So Jennifer gets the win on time. Rip indeed. Win number 3 for her. And let's add that one to the scoreboard now. It is 3-0 Jennifer with 6 games still to play. So Zach is definitely having some trouble with the clock in this match. He's just had to basically just time scramble the final minute of each of these games, and it's been pretty tough for him to do. So the game plan remains pretty clear. You're playing fine, but you just got to do it faster. And that will be the objective for Zach in Game 4. So kind of a bizarre scrambling final minute of this one for both players, with both of them unsure of some words and trying to find bingos that are just hard to find. All right, Game 4 getting underway, and Lenited played right away from Zach in 5 seconds. It is good, 5 points for the challenge, and looks like not quite a bingo for Jennifer with this rack, but it looks close to some stuff. Anagram, beauty, S, blank, anything? Oh, no 8s in that, okay. So YU, interesting play from Jennifer, just keeping a balanced leave. Beats plus 2 more tiles should give her something. All right, is there a double-double through this E for Zach? I'm seeing bingos like Otalgies and stuff like that, but I don't know if any of them hit the double-double with the E in the middle. Probably not, right? Telegio, nice find by Oglehat. There you go. That is the play. Is that the only one? I bet you it is. Gelation, Latigos. Yeah, I think that was the only one. Okay. Legation instead, and I see Barkiest, Brachiest, Brisket, all good options here for Jennifer through the eye. Ooh, sad. Ooh, very sad for Jennifer as Zach gets down Zestier for 110. Wow, monster bingo, and that'll give Zach the lead here. 251 to 61, a big lead. He's gone bingo, bingo, 110-point bongo. That's pretty tough to compete with. So big lead for Zach. Just all you got to do now is play fast enough and you're fine here. Zach trying to get his first win of the match, and he's in pretty good shape to do so. Big lead on the scoreboard, and he's just fine on the clock so far. See if he can keep playing fast enough. That's going to be the question now. Kempy has drawn creases, which I believe plays nowhere. And there might actually not be a bingo at all. Wow. Looks like there should be. Caress would make a phony 2 of LE. Don't do that. Oh, yeah, relegations. I'm not going to point out the irony of 2 players who are winless in their group having relegations on their board. Oops, I already did. Oops. All right, so yeah, relegations might be a good play here. Keeping a pretty good lead of cases and scoring a decent amount. What else can you have to choose from here? Not much. All right, Orc 26. That's pretty good, actually. Keeping your S's. And Anoeses, I believe, is the bingo here. And Quep does not take an S, so you can't play it there. Oh, Quep's no good. Zach does challenge it off. Good challenge. All right, so what to be done here? Pretty clunky rack for Zach. Doug looks fine, and he's playing at a good speed now. You cannot afford to flag another game. You've already had enough time trouble before. All right, so yeah, nose and Doug's. I believe Doug's is good. Looks like there was no spot for Anoeses on that board anyway. Quep is an interjection, expression, remonstrance. That looks like a typo in the definition, right? An interjection, maybe expressing is what it means? Whatever. All right, so lots of bingos, but do they play on this board? You can't play aviates or anything like that anywhere. I don't think there's much through the D, although we can check that. Vidalia's doesn't play. All right, so just VAT, keeping AEIS blank. Seems fine, I guess. Zach doing a great job with the clock this game. This game. He appears to be in no trouble at all in terms of flagging. So looking like a pretty likely win for Zach as long as it stays that way. Nosy. All right, advise E for Jennifer, opening the triple-triple, but E yet is not a word. Creative try there, but E yet comes off, and Zach gets a free turn, already up by over 200, so he's doing just fine here. I guess desperate times call for desperate measures, and Jennifer trying E yet. You could just fish the H here. La and for 27 seems okay. What else can you do? Oh yeah, Hod seems fine. 20 points for that. And not much in the way of valid bingos available for Jennifer on this board. You can make up more phonies, or you can just kind of play through it. I don't think there's anything into the D that actually plays. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, nothing that ends in EG. All right, just saved for a non-bingo seems fine. 21 points. Just playing out the string here as Zach almost certainly gets his first win of the match. 408 to 150, just killing it. Wow. And doing better on the clock too, which is a pretty good development for Zach after some early clock troubles. All right, 408 to 170 here. Looks like an easy win for Zach if he just continues to use the clock wisely. 21 tiles in the bag. If I'm Zach here, I'm just playing the first valid word I see. Not opening triples, playing valid words, scoring more than 0 points. Oh yeah, tiled would have been better than tied, but like I said, valid words here are fine. Alex, that is not a word. What are you doing? Okay. Enough phony fours. All right, so 445 to 184. This is a bloodbath. Jennifer's up 3-0 in the match, but I think this counts for 3 wins. So I think it's going to be 3-3 after this. Just kidding. All right, so Kai for 7, and I think Jennifer's realizing that her only chance is to just push Zach on the clock and just 1 tile, but that's not going to work either, I don't think. Unboxes, nice play. 90 points for that. That'll make the final score a little bit more respectable. Benji with the very appropriate emote in the chat. Don't flag, don't flag, don't flag. That is what it's all about at this point. Looks like both players are fine on the clock. Just a few tiles left, and they're just going to play one of them at a time. The last 6 tiles were Finjan for Jennifer, but no spot for Finjan. All right, so playing out the string here, and Zach has 30 seconds to play 2 tiles. He will just be just fine there. Okay, 504, 357 is your final score, and Zach gets his first win of the match. He goes from 0-3 to 1-3. Okay, so Zach needs to keep on battling, needs to win 4 of the last 5 to win the match. Can he do it? We'll find out. IR. Oh my God, IR stayed on. We call that the Jesse Day special, I believe, IR. The legendary Phony 2 from the 2015 Nationals. All right, so I think Zach and Jennifer are going to take a quick water break, and we'll be back shortly. Let's just take a quick look at the schedule for the weekend. If you're just joining us, there is a whole lot more Scrabble to enjoy this weekend. So we're going to have James Curley against Tride Samtane tomorrow morning on James's channel of Jalopnik 1. Or that's not tomorrow morning, sorry, that's later tonight if you're in US time. I think 4 a.m. is, quick math, I want to say 8 p.m. Pacific. And then myself, Evans Clinchy, I'm going to be playing against Dorothy Okach at 11 p.m. Pacific. And then tomorrow we're going to have Aaron against Arindam and Mina against Austin. So a lot of Scrabble still to come. An IR emote, I like that, Benji. Somebody should make that. I would be all over it. It would be a very rarely used emote because there's not that many situations where IR comes up. But when it does come up, it'll be awesome. All right, game number 5 is beginning. Okay. Tempe is first, and she plays Gulf, which I don't think is good. Oh, it is good. Okay. I knew in Gulf, but I wasn't sure if just Gulf as a 5 was good. You could use it for any Phony 2. I like that. Okay, okay. I'm with it. I would love the IR emote. I'm all in favor. All right, so 12 points for Pent. And Zach is in a little bit of an early hole because he's got some tough racks to work with, and Jennifer's got 35-12 lead. So Y for 10, just kind of playing through that rack, keeping AHIS, more balanced leave. Zircons, big bingo for Zach. Wow, his second massive Z bingo of the match. He had Zestier earlier and now Zircons. Yeah, Benji, I think you're right. I think the most prolific Phony 2 would just be OT because everybody plays OT, right? But in terms of famous, you can't really do better than a national championship final. I don't think there's a more famous single incident of a Phony 2 than IR in the finals of nationals. Yeah, LE gets played a lot. That's a good point. I would still vote for OT, but LE is definitely in the race. What do you guys think? Most prolific Phony 2? I guess Wiggles could actually use data to find the answer to this. You could also write code to determine if every single possible 2-letter string were played, which one would be played most often. And I'll bet you that LE and OT would be pretty high on that list as well. All right, so anyway, there's Scrabble being played, and Zach is up by 70 because of his bingo of Zircons. Jennifer plays a bid for 19. Let's see here. What can be done? Ooh, EY, that's a good one. Yeah. Wait, why UD and Collins, Benji? Wouldn't UD be played equally? I don't understand. I feel like if UD is playable in one, it would be playable in the other. It's a phony either way. But I don't think people have confusion about which 2s are valid. Never mind. Let's just watch the match. 197, 111. Zach leads, and Agatos is definitely not a word. Is that going to stay on? It might. Dramatic pause as we wait. Tempe is not challenged yet. She's down by so much, she needs this to come off. Oh, she leaves Agatos on. Oh, wow. All right, she plays soapier. So 279, 185. She is down by almost 100. Really got to challenge at that deficit too. Like, you need that bingo to come off to stay in the game. All right, looks like Cellmate was an option there through the A in Agatos, but Elect for 24, keeping the blank, not bad either. All right, Jennifer is down by about 100, 96 to be exact, and let's see here. Whoa, a pretty good score for Zach. He's going to stay pretty comfortably ahead, doing pretty well on the clock as well. This looks like it's probably going to be Zach's game unless Jennifer can either score a lot of points or make a push on the clock. All right, Girl for 21. Ooh, both blanks for Kempe. The blanks are good for bingoing, but bad for clock management. It's hard to find bingos with 2 blanks in a timely fashion. I'm looking at that Y up top. Is there anything like bundedly? I don't know. Buddy and blank blank. Buddying. Yeah, okay. Nothing into the Y. No, like, non-buddy. All right, she plays Bud, keeping D and blank blank. That's a fairly good lead, I would say. And this should bingo. Anything into the Y now? Oh, well, she'll play Dieners instead. Okay, I think Leadenly would be a nice find. All right, so Dieners is good, but it is still over a 100-point game. Or almost 100-point game. What is it, 87 for Zach right now. Doing well on the clock as well. He's got 4 tiles in the bag. Maybe just try and make a 3-tile play here. Something like Kit above Dieners looks fine. Or Kit there is also good, 27 for that. And Tyndall's has no spot. Looks like this should be a non-bingo, but still a fine end game for Zach. He is well ahead. So Zach is going to get the win, and he will be 2-3. Much better than 0-3. He is back in the match. Of course, we saw in the last match between Matthew O'Connor and Jack Moran that blowing a 3-0 lead is not the end of the world. You can go from 3-0 to 3-3 and then 5-3 if you're Matthew. So similar pattern here where one player gets the first 3 and the other player battles back. Zach has won 2 in a row. He was 0-3 and now he's 2-3. This is going to get interesting. So 4 games still to play, and Zach must win 3 out of the 4 to steal this match. Can he do it? Just another look at the standings in this group, and Jesse Day right now is the leader in the Chipmunk group, and a whole lot of players are trying to chase him out for 2nd place. Looking forward to Jackson versus DePunkar tomorrow, with the winner going to 4-1. Should be a good match. All right, back to the board as Jennifer plays Zach, and it is Hiver as the opening play from Zach, 30-0 to start, and a strange collection of tiles for Jennifer to open. She's got both C's and both F's. I don't think I've ever seen that before. All right, what to do here? Fish, not a very good score, but I don't know what to do with that rack. It's tough. All right, Quelling is the bingo here. Actually, is Quilling good? It probably is. Quilling is played. Is it good? It is, okay. So the Matthew versus Jack match was an interesting back and forth battle. Matthew won the first 3 to go up 3-0, and then Jack won the next 3 to make it 3-3, and then Matthew won 3. So it went Matthew 3, Jack 3, Matthew 3 for a final of 6-3. And the last game was an absolute banger. I believe the final score was Matthew 5-12, Jack 5-11. Just a crazy game where Jack went over on his time by a little bit and ended up losing by that time penalty. So it's just a crazy match. Anyway, Quilling is the bingo, and it is good, and Zach takes a big lead early, up by almost 100, and he's drawn the J as well, so some continued scoring to come here. I see Join as one obvious choice here. Join's going to score pretty well above UFO making Jug, and it does come down, 40 points for that. So a big lead for Zach, 164-128. Zach is pulling a Jack Moran, going down 0-3 and then winning the next 3, it looks like. Unless Jennifer can stop him. All right, Wince. Shout out to Wince Castellano. 37 points for that. Zach is up by 100 exactly, 182 to 82. I don't believe there's a bingo playable here. Looking and not seeing much. The C doesn't quite work. Yeah, Benji, this is where you use your Son of Wince emote, right? All right, Aya for 19 points. So Zach is pretty comfortably ahead, and he's doing pretty well on the clock as well. This rack is almost pedaled, but not quite. It's too many E's, not enough D's. All right, pled looks pretty good, keeping a leave of D-E-E. And what is this rack? It looks like it's close to some. Oh, ventoses is a word. So I think ventoses would be the play here. I think that's a word. We should probably check that. I don't know anything anymore. Yeah, a ventos is an apparatus used to assist the delivery of a baby. Wow, okay. Did not know that. All right, so it looks like just OE is the play from Zach. Not ideal, but he is still well ahead. ODF for 22 from Jennifer, and this rack just came up in our stream the other day. Neshist is the word here. Cedric Lewis, I believe, played Neshist the other day. All right, Heat for 42 is almost as good. It just takes out that big scoring spot and scores very well. Ooh, oyster, tasty bingo. Is there a spot for oysters? Maybe not. But there's got to be something in the row 15 there. Something like Rossetti or something like that. Destroy. Plenty of bingo options. Can't be taking her time to look for them. She's got 53 seconds, 52, 51, and counting. Wow, I am learning some terrible, terrible things in the chat that I wish I didn't learn. I'm just going to look away. Okay, so Jennifer is down by 135. Needs to bingo this turn. She has some ways to do so. Can she find them? It would just destroy me to see her miss a bingo here. She's really taking her time, though. Oh, coy, sad. All right. Getting low on time. Just got to play something. All right, this should be a bingo. I see things like Minters. Minster, there you go, 96. All right, so Zach's up by 60 now with 20 tiles still in the bag. And Minster is good, +5 for the challenge. So now it's 55. 55-point lead for Zach. A little bit constant heavy here, but plays like Malt are just fine. He does play Malt. There you go. Balanced rack for Jennifer. No bingo right away, but definitely some easy points available. Something like Wept looks pretty natural here. Wept above the E in Minster would be a pretty good score. Twerped. That is not a word, I don't think, and it comes off. A little bit of desperation try there. Down by 87, you got to try something, and Twerped does not work out for her. So free turn for Zach, and he scores a big score with the X, 57, and a big lead now. Zach looking poised to get that third win in a row here. Tornades doesn't quite fit here for Jennifer. She's got nothing that actually plays, I don't think. ADNORST is not a 7-letter word, and it's not that many 8s. So clock ticking away here. Zach's going to go over, it looks like, but he is doing okay. Up by almost 100. Only 10 tiles to go. He's going to play Nod, keeping ARST. Jennifer's draw is not super great. Not going to bingo this turn, that's for sure. Just Rud for 4. Not sure why she's blocking when she's the one who's behind, but whatever. And I see Regreats as one option for Zach here. Can't fit Dragster from that D. That's unfortunate. Be a fun word. I think Regreats is the one bingo that actually plays, right? Is there anything else besides Regreats? Ooh, just Greater for 9. That's, you know, it's going to work though. It shuts down the board for any bingos for your opponent. And so it's really not about making the best play. Just make plays that are good enough and don't run out of time. That's how this game is played. So A win is a win, and Zach is going to get one. 417 to 297. Make that 417 to 329 after some points off of Zach's rack. All right, so Zach gets the win. His third in a row. He was 0-3. He's now 3-3. He's battled all the way back, and now we've got 3 games to play, which will decide who gets the win in this match. A lot on the line in these last 3. So let's check out game 7, 8, and 9 in a little bit. Looking forward to that. If you're just joining us, a lot of content coming your way the rest of the weekend. We're going to have a fun match tonight between James Curley and Hide Samtani. I myself, Evans Clinchy, am going to play Dorothy Okatch at a very late night time of 11 p.m. Pacific. If anybody is still awake, you can check that out. And then we're going to have a couple of streams tomorrow with Aaron against Arindam and Mina against Austin. Also, not on a stream, but a very good matchup is Jackson Smiley and Dipankar Chatterjee. Jackson and Dipankar are both 3-1, and they are both very much competitive in this group. Taking a look at the standings, Jackson and Dipankar, the winner is going to be 4-1 and possibly in second place in this group between Janul, Jackson, Dipankar, and Chris. It's been a very competitive race for second place, and the winner of tomorrow's match is going to be in pretty good shape in this group. Again, out of these 10 players, 2 can make the playoffs, and it's going to be a very tight race. Looks like Jesse is the favorite for one of those spots, but then who's the other one? I don't have any idea, really. Wide open race. All right, back to the board as the players get ready for Game 7, and it's an exchange to open for Jennifer. She keeps AET, trading 4 vowels. I might have traded 5 vowels there and just kept ET, but pretty close in valuation either way. And Queto, nice play from Zach. That's a cool word. 36 points, and it comes back good on the challenge. So +5, 41-0 opening lead for Zach. All right, looks like no bingo here. You'd love to get an R for overeats, L for love seat, etc. No bingo that plays, though. 21 for Vo looks fine. Decent score, very good lead. AEST. All right, so more vowels. Oh my god, what is happening to my Twitch screen? Hold on. There we go. Getting the scoreboard fixed. Sorry about that. Not sure what happened there. Should be fixed. All right. Board's back up. Sorry about that. And I see bingos on the rack for Zach. He's got through the R. He's got entirely and liantary. He does find entirely. Very nice. 94 points for the double-double. Zach takes the lead. Wow, after falling behind 3-0, Zach's got a chance at his 4th consecutive win here, which would put him up 4-3 in the match. This could be crazy. Jennifer, though, not going away without a fight. Za for 46, big score. So both players scoring well, keeping this game competitive here. No bingo here for Zach, but some decent scoring consonants. You could play Fap and Zep. You could play Flab. There you go. Flab works pretty well. 26 with the lead of EPS. You've opened an S hook for yourself there. Interesting, aggressive move. I don't mind it. All right. Igrotat is the bingo here through the R and Koroi. Can she spot Igrotat? Ooh, sad. No, she can't. GA is a phony 2 also. And it comes off. Good news, you get a second shot at finding Igrotat. But it's going to be Zach's turn now. And sadly, no A for Superman. Oh, you have Superman. There's an E for Superman. That looks like the bingo here. Not sure if there's many other options to consider. Might not be any. Ooh, he plays Ump instead. Blocking Igrotat, though. That might have been the reasoning there. So what can be done here if you are Zach? You've got 3 E's and the Q. This is pretty rough. Up by 53. You like to just kind of keep scoring so you can stay ahead, but this might have to be an exchange. There's just not much to do with this Q. All right, he'll play through it. Earn, keeping a leave of EEQS. There are 2 U's and 2 blanks you can draw. He doesn't draw any of those, though. Instead, he draws the H and the V. This could get clunky for him here. What can be done? Maybe just veg here? I don't know. You could do... I don't think vegs is good. You could do hogs. I suppose it's pronounced veg, right? lie on the couch and veg around, veg out. All right, difficult situation here for Zach. Can't use too much time. You're getting low on the clock right now. All right, Vo is the choice. Onstead, donates. Do these words play anywhere? They might not. This looks tough. Oh, a stoned plays making Quados. There you go. Okay, a stoned is good. 5 points for the challenge, and we got a close game. Zach down by 1. Still has that Q, and it's an annoying Q. There's not much to do with it here. I would probably just play Hags and Flabs for a pretty good score and just deal with the Q later. Ooh, kiboshes, that's cool. All right, Hags does come down. Nice play, 38 for that. Jennifer, though, gets one of the U's and one of the blanks. I think those are the tiles that Zach wanted. What can be done with this rack? This looks close to some stuff. Might not quite be a bingo. It's hard to fit anything through those letters in a stoned. Oh, Conarium, nice find. Conarium might be the play here. Don't see much else. Kempy's got about a minute left on the clock, plus the extra minute overtime. 27 tiles in the bag. She does need to play fairly quickly the rest of the way, but not crazy time scrambling fast necessarily. Definitely worth taking your time here to look for the best play. I'm not sure she knows the word Conarium. All right, she's going to play Cud. Only 7 points, not ideal. And, ooh, not a great draw, I don't think. To AIOR, she draws IT. Huh. Looking through that N. Can't quite fit a bingo, I don't think. Anti-Riot, Rigatoni, etc. None of them fit the N in third or fourth, I don't think. Anagram, that. Yeah, nothing fits the N third or fourth. So a difficult position here. Don't think there's going to be a bingo playable. And you got to keep scoring. You're down by 54. Yeah, no 7s at all. Interesting. Yeah, rip indeed. All right, so Sit is going to open things up a little bit. Ooh, nice score with the Q, 35. Keeping a good leave, too. Glenn's. This should be a bingo for Jennifer, although I don't see it right away, actually. Oh, main door through the N. I do think she knows main door, but can she find it with not much time to find it? She's going to flag in 35 seconds. All right, Mo, just getting a word on the board quickly. Jingles doesn't play, I don't think, but he does have an easy J spot. Just play Joe, keeping single as your leave. Yep, that's what he does. 26 points for that. And Yaw comes down. Nestling is available here for Zach. Ooh, doesn't play Nestling, but I think he's going to win anyway. He's up by enough. And Jennifer's not getting bingos down here. So Zach leaves 1 in the bag. Even if Jennifer can bingo, it probably won't be enough. She's down by 75. So this is quite... Ooh, Urge! No, 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 no. That comes off. Okay. I guess that's her clever way of passing to get a bingo out. She's using the phony 3 as a fake pass ploy. It's a very complicated gambit. Oh, yeah. Josh sees it too. It's a gambit. Yeah, it's a gambit. She did it on purpose. I mean, I know that Jennifer's played a lot more unintentional phony 3s than intentional ones in her career, so I have some thoughts on this, but... in any event, there is no bingo for either player in the endgame, and Zach wins by a final of 445 to 344. So Zach with 4 wins in a row. He was down 3-0. He's now ahead 4-3, and he's 1 win away from sealing the match. Can Zach get 1 win in these last 2? Let's find out. 2 games to go. Jennifer must win them both to seal the match. Zach is 1 win away here. So yeah, the phony 3 gambit doesn't work out. Yeah. Jennifer had her chances in this one for sure, but it doesn't work out, and Zach is now 1 win away from taking the match. So Zach was definitely in a hole early, but he just kept on fighting back. He's definitely gotten better at managing the clock as the match has gone on. I think that's a pretty common phenomenon we're seeing, is that these players, really all players of all levels, are getting better as the match goes on at managing the clock. Like once you kind of warm up your brain and get used to playing speedier Scrabble, you just kind of like stick with it better. It's hard when you're like just waking up and kind of shaking off the cobwebs in your brain to play fast right away. So Zach is playing faster and he's 1 win away from winning this match. Zach to open here. I don't think this is a bingo or anything, but pretty decent balanced rack. Lots of options. Play a short word like vag, a long word like grave. Plenty of plays here to choose from. Ravage, that'll work. 24 for that. And I see Peloria's as the bingo here for Jennifer. She does play it. Nice. 78 points for that. Okay. And a good Z for Zach. You can play Res above Ravage for a good score. Oh yeah, nearly Stravage. That's cool. All right, so Zed for 49. Pretty good play there. Keeping a pretty good lead as well. CERT might lead to a bingo soon. We'll find out. Too many I's for Jennifer. She's got 3 I's and the F, kind of an awkward rack. What to do here? This is tough. Fid gets rid of one of the I's and scores a little bit, 16. Is there a bingo here? It looks like it's something. Evictors. Evictors plays through the O in Peloria's. Anagram. Is there anything? It's a 9. Yeah, there's no 9 there. Okay. There's like this viscerist or something. Viscerist, one who believes in visceral things. I don't know. So Evictors looks like the play here, but Zach is already in a little bit of time trouble. He doesn't want to burn too much clock looking. We'll see if he slows down and finds Evictors, or if he kind of hurries up and plays something. Oh yeah, Veristic, that's a word. Good call. Ooh, that's a phony. Okay, Varet comes off, and another chance at Evictors here, but looks like he didn't see it the first time. All right, just Carve comes down for Zach. Remailed, looks like a pretty clear choice here for Jennifer. Remailed from the R, does come down, 86 for that. So the X looks pretty good here for Zach. There's just like a couple of spots to play it. You could play just Axe, just a 1-tile play of the X underneath the A and Ravaged. Someone email you some limeade. I'll see what I can do about that. All right, Axis for 42. I guess that's better than just Axe. You got multiple S's anyway. You can burn one for some points. All right, routines or snoutier. A couple of options here for Zach. I would pick one and play it quickly. You got no time. He does play snoutier. Nice play. Kempy's up by 7. 7-point lead for Jennifer. 39 tiles still in the bag. She's doing very well on the clock, which is important. Probably going to be kind of a vowel dumping play here. Oh yeah, sternoid is available. That's a better play than snoutier. I didn't see that either. Sternoid. That's a word I used to know. All right, loot is the play, making OT. We were just talking about phony 2s earlier, and OT came up. All right, OT comes off, and props to Zach. He's fighting those phony 2s and knocking them off the board. It's sometimes hard in these speed games to spot phony 2s, especially when you're getting low on time as Zach is. But he does spot the OT and knock it off the board, and Titubate is playable. Nice find in the chat, yeah. Wait, is Titubate actually playable? I kind of took your word for it, but I didn't see it. Oh yeah, they're through the T of Snoutier, I see. All right, so yeah, Debutante, nice find as well. Couple of options here. Okay, Zach was just low on time and just played something. He played bet for 25. Very close game, 220 to 212. Jennifer on turn down by 8. She's still got this rack. She plays cool. Not sure why not just coo, keeping your consonant, but okay. A-E-I-T. We'll see if she can draw some consonants to it. And ooh, both blanks to Zach. Outwears for 67. He also has Water Bus there, which is cool. All right, Jennifer is 1K away from Teriyaki. But without the K, this is not that good of a rack, I don't think. Although you have year. You have year keeping IIT. That's probably the best option here. She plays airy for 28. That does keep a better leave, but I don't know. All right, Con for 42. To verb meaning to tilt or slope. Okay. All right, Toy for 34. Nice scoring and balancing play. Jennifer's within striking distance here, down by 43. Zach, of course, in time trouble. Got to play something. Got to play it fast. I see Pood, P-O-O-D, next to outwears is an option. Or yeah, oop, similar idea. Get rid of your O's and score decently, 22. Ooh, it looks like Whistle was available. Or no, it wasn't available there. Didn't play. Just with, and Zach scores pretty well, pretty quickly. Ooh, I see Jiggle as an option here. Mig, not quite as good, I don't think, but should be a chance to win. No, there's no chance to win with that rack. She's got no bingo. Zach needs to not flag. He's got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. He plays one letter. Ooh, he's still got 4 tiles to play with 2 seconds. It's going to be tough. Jennifer can't push him on the clock too many turns because she's only got 3 tiles of her own. She plays 1. Zach plays 1. Zach has 1 second. He's got 3 tiles left. Just pass. That is definitely one option. Not the most sportsmanlike, but it is part of the game. I don't think Jennifer's going to do that to her friend here. Yes, unethical is exactly what I would call that. Wow, Zach gets a play down, and Zach passes just in time. Zach gets the win with no time to spare. Literally no time to spare. All right. Zach wins the match 5 games to 3, and we will play one more before we sign off. Nice win by Zach, just barely holding off the time forfeit. He gets the win, and he goes to 5-3. He was previously 0-3, and he won 5 games in a row to seal the match. Impressive comeback win from Zach Dang, and now we're going to have one more game between these two players. Unfortunately, nobody to raid with Scrabble content, I don't believe. If there's anybody streaming, let me know, but I think there's nobody. Probably just do some chess after this, raid some Hikaru. Yeah, look at the schedule for this weekend. There's going to be more Scrabble content later with James Curley streaming his match against Ride Samtani, and I'm going to be streaming against Dorothy Okach late night tonight, 11 p.m. Pacific. So, more content coming your way. Why don't people do that? I think the main reason you don't win games by dirty flags is because like we're playing with our friends in a lot of cases, and you don't want to like be a jerk to your friend. But other than that, no reason. Definitely, like, you know, dirty flags happen and they are part of the game, but it's I don't know, not the most friendly thing to do. All right, Harrier is the opening rack for Kempi, and she plays Harrier 76. That's a good start. And Worries on turn 2. She's got a big lead, 162-37. What if we don't like our friends? That's a great question. I ponder this daily. Just kidding. All right. 162-37. Big lead for Jennifer in this one. Looking to salvage a 5-4 loss, which feels a lot better than a 6-3 loss, right? All right, so Gel for 21 from Zach and Mope for 32. So Jennifer continues to outscore here. She's in good shape so far. Almost halfway through the game already. It's gone by fast. All right, I see Grip and Clip and plays like that next to Mope. I believe that makes a slur that is still valid for the moment, but won't be at some point. Yikes. All right, Glitch and then Fid for 28. So Kempi's up by 140. She is in good shape right now. So Zach has got quite a few consonants here. He plays Ritzy for 44. Nice scoring play. He's still down by quite a bit, though. Dow is a nice play. Scoring and balancing. 31 for Jennifer. She's still way ahead. I want to say up bear is a word, but okay, a BAP instead, leaving the triple open. When you are pretty far behind, that makes sense to leave things open. I see bidents, which I don't believe is going to play anywhere for Jennifer. She's got, I think, the wrong tiles to play through for 8s, right? No, blindest. Blindest plays through the L, right? Blindest just barely fits. That appears to be the option here that actually works. Other than blindest, I don't see much. Oh, blindest plays through 2 different L's. There's the L in glitch and the L in jello, or in gel, sorry. I keep wanting that word gel to get hooked with an O, but it hasn't been hooked yet. All right. Eds instead, no blindest, sad. All right, not a great rack here for Zach. He's down by 137, and he's got 3 E's and 2 N's. Just not really a lot of scoring punch here. All right, just nay to balance the rack, keeping EHNU, and Jennifer draws besting and plays it right away, 74, and the lead is just getting larger. So 46 for Fett and 64 for Kex. The scoring never stops. All right. Jennifer with a 206-point lead, and Zach is just feeling the pain here. Looking pretty likely to be a 5-4 final in this match in Zach's favor. Just a crazy, twisty-turny match with Jennifer winning the first 3, going up 3-0, and then Zach winning 5 in a row. And now it looks like dropping the last one, so it'll be a 5-4 final most likely. Jargon, a creative try by Zach, opening an S-hook, but doesn't look likely to work for him. And even if it does, he's down by a whole lot. So 19 tiles in the bag. We are just playing out the string here, the final game of the final match of our doubleheader. Hope you guys have enjoyed the content. Hope you guys are looking forward to more matches later this weekend. We got James Curley, we got myself, we got plenty more Scrabble coming your way this weekend, and then plenty more tournament after this weekend. 4 more rounds in pool play to determine who makes the playoffs. A lot of exciting playoff races. I'm in one myself, so I should know. Trying to compete with Conrad and Pete Armstrong for a spot in the playoffs in my group. We got a close race in this group as Jesse Day is in first, and Jackson Smiley is trying to hold off some competitors for second place. Just a whole lot of good playoff races in these groups, and a lot of very strong players in contention. So it's been a fun ride, and it'll continue to be such. 4 more rounds of pool play after this week. Anyway, Kempe is trying to find a bingo here. Doesn't come up with anything, but she is comfortably ahead here in this 9th and final game. Yeah, Utu just unloading a couple of U's, keeping AENRT. Setting up a spot for Tutu, pretty creative. All right, collinear and then Retsina. All right, so the S spot does pay off for Zach. Oh, and conial, yeah, very nice. All right, so we are in the end game here with Zach with a full rack of 7 tiles, Jennifer with 4. We're just playing out the final game of this match, and it looks like Jennifer will get the win if she doesn't run out of time. Her final 4 tiles are AIVY. She's got a spot for Very through the R in Harrier. Probably if you're Zach, you want to block that if you care about playing accurate endgames when you're down by 200. Almost Tevatron, but not quite fitting. You have Tevatroner into the R. Zach is taking his time here, looking to make the best play. Always a good sport, despite being down by a lot in this game. Doing his best. All right, Tav, and then there is Very to close out the game and close out the match and close out this doubleheader. Congrats to Jennifer on the win, 548 to 334, but congrats to Zach on winning the match by a final score of 5 games to 4. So there you have it. A nice doubleheader. Earlier we saw Matthew O'Connor win 6 games to 3 over Jack Moran, and now Zach beating Jennifer 5 games to 4. So a couple of close, exciting matches. Congrats to the winners. Commiserations to those who came up just a little bit short. And one last look at the schedule before I sign off. Just a quick look at this weekend. Nobody's streaming this, but a good match coming up between Chris Grubb and Eamon Zufari. Looking forward to that. And then later this evening, James Curley is going to be on stream playing Hide Samtani. And then I, myself, Evans Clinchy, will be playing Dorothy Okach a couple hours after that. So looking forward to more Scrabble this evening. Should be fun. Thanks to all of you guys for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. And I'm going to sign off and be back later this evening with my match. Let's find somebody to raid. Looks like you guys are going to get some chess, whether you like it or not. Let's throw a raid in the direction of Alexander Botez. All right, so getting ready to sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. Hope you guys are having a nice Saturday afternoon / evening. And I will talk to you later tonight with my match against Dorothy. Until then, so long. Have a good weekend. Enjoy some chess. All right, bye.